Today's my birthday. Oh, wonderful, darling, happy birthday. And I didn't hear from SP. I saw my SP on Saturday for a sec, and then on Sunday evening I asked how was his day, no response. Then on Monday night I sent a thumbs up, no response. I was giving good meaning and said he's just busy with work, but seriously. That evening I said, I guess you were ignoring me again. Oh, wow, you've really not watched my videos, have you? You guess he's ignoring you again? Yeah, he is, because you've got that predominant assumption. Now you're verbalising it. I'm verbalising my trigger from childhood where I get ignored and made to feel not good enough and not loved, and it's got nothing to do with you, but I'm assuming you're ignoring me because my predominant assumption is I don't get the love I need, I get ignored, and people don't love me, and I'm just verbalising it to you. So you have no choice but to reflect that back to me, ignore me, not answer my messages, and not hang out with me, and not even call me on my birthday, because my predominant assumption in my mind is I'm not good enough to get love. I know I shouldn't have. No shit. But I was pissed. Oh, because you're a triggered bitch, that's why. Because you said you would call, and you didn't. He's not calling you because you feel ignored. Sorry to yell at you on your birthday, but fuck me. He has no choice but to reflect back your triggers. And at the moment, you are in full trigger mode. I'm a 5-year-old who's fully triggered by everything in life, and I can't control my triggers, and I get angry at you like I'm 5 and stamp my little foot and chuck tantrums. That's what you're doing. And he's going... I know I shouldn't have, but I was pissed because you said you would call and you didn't. So how did I cause that? What I just said. And how could I have fixed it? You fix it by not reacting like a triggered bitch. So he would have called me back on Tuesday. Well, first of all, just stop fucking texting and calling him like a needy bitch. Why are you calling him, texting him like you're a fucking stalker? Oh, he hasn't messaged me. Better call him again. He hasn't called me. Better call him again. He has called me, but I don't have a response. Now I'm going to be pissed. You got like zero self-control, like none. Your triggers are so present and so on the surface, you're like just acting out of like this. And he's going, step away from the phone, acting like a 5-year-old, right? Sorry to be rude, but like, can you see what you're doing here? It's like crazy. He said he would call me back either way. He couldn't meet. God damn it. He never called. That evening I said, I guess you're ignoring me again. I know I shouldn't have, but I was pissed, blah, blah, blah. So how did I cause that, and how could I have fixed it so he would have called me back on Tuesday? At the moment, he won't be calling you at all, by the way. On Thursday after work hours, I called him. Fuck me. No answer. No shit. And then 20 minutes later, I texted, oh, my God. Darling, you need to go and throw your phone in the well. Put it down. And said, I tried calling you. Oh, well, no answer. Now today's my birthday, I didn't even get a text. No shit! I wouldn't be texting you either. You're acting like a crazy nutcase. And I didn't even get a text. When I affirmed and imagined him showing up at my door with flowers and it didn't happen, what am I doing wrong? Darling, he won't be showing up even texting you at the moment, let alone fucking flowers. Are you for real? Have you watched a single one of my videos, or has someone just invited you to the group today and you've never seen any of my content? You are acting like an A-grade stalker. And he has no choice but to go, oh my God, get away from me, you crazy bitch. What happened to you in childhood, darling, that causes you to act like this? You don't look like you're 12, you look like a mature person. So something's happened to you. Either you've had some really bad, fucked up past relationships where you've been completely ignored and not prioritised, which came from childhood where you weren't prioritised and ignored, and you're constantly playing this out in adulthood and assuming people are going to ignore you and not prioritise you, because when you're a child, you're either in an alcoholic or abusive relationship, childhood, okay, or something happened to you where you were ignored and not given the love you need, or made to feel so not good enough and so not chosen that you're playing that out in your relationships as an adult, and instead of identifying that, you're getting triggered like a bitch and acting like a crazy fucking nutcase, and the guy's going to have no choice but to go, oh my God, go away. Happy birthday. I'm sorry, that was really harsh, but darling, can you see what you're doing? You're over-contacting him and over-contacting him and over-contacting him, and he will have no choice but to think, why is she so obsessed with me? Why is she so in love with me? And then when he does respond and he doesn't give you the A-grade response that you're expecting, you act like a triggered bitch. And then he's like, I've responded, and this is all, like, I'm not willing to give you anything but this because you're acting crazy. They have no choice but to respond to your triggers in the way you're triggered, right? You're thinking certain thoughts and they reflect them. You've really got to go and watch my YouTube right from the very beginning. You've got to go and watch How to Manifest and understand that he's simply reflecting your thinking. So you've got to change your thinking. What are you thinking? And what I can see you're thinking in this is, I get ignored. I'm not loved and wanted by him. He doesn't treat me right. People don't give me the attention I want. I'm not chosen. I'm not prioritized. So he has no choice but to reflect all of that back to you until you change that core thinking that's going on inside you. He can't reflect anything but that. So you can text him all day long like a triggered bitch, and all he's going to do is continue to feed back to you, feedback of, you're not chosen or wanted or loved or prioritized. See, I'm not prioritizing you, loving you, or choosing you. I'm not even going to choose you on your birthday, unfortunately. Please go and watch my content. Hopefully that didn't upset you on your birthday, but I know birthdays are really hard, darling, and you're going to get extra triggered because it's your birthday, but you're acting from a place of, I'm extra triggered because it's my birthday. Please put the phone down. I understand birthdays are really fucking hard if you don't hear from them. But at the moment, you're not going to be hearing from him anytime soon acting that way. It's my birthday, and no matter what, I remember his birthday. So what do? You do everything I just said before, and you work on your shitty self-concept, please, of feeling not loved and not wanted, and you work on your childhood wounds. It's literally got nothing to do with him. And I know it's your birthday and it's really hard, but you've got to sit down on this birthday and think, what was my childhood like? What was I treated like when I was a kid? Why am I acting this way? Why am I acted like a triggered, needy bitch when I'm over the age of 12? Why am I acting this way? Who ignored me as a child? Who didn't give me love? Why am I feeling ignored? Work on that today and be the new you tomorrow. Have a new birthday. Have a resurrection, and tomorrow you're the new one. Use your birthday for that, darling, instead of sitting there thinking about him. Rebirth yourself. I would do that today. What's sad, I watched a lot of your videos. I was ignored, or kids made fun of me or talked bad about me behind my back. Help. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, so you were ignored as a kid, you were teased, so you've got a real core wound of feeling like something's wrong with you, which is called defectiveness. So if you feel like there's something wrong with you, you'll constantly feel like you have to do something to make something happen, like ring him, text him, tell him how you feel, because you feel like the way you are, as you are, isn't enough or is wrong, right? So he can't do anything but feel that same way about you, because that's how you feel about you. Bullies only bully children when the child thinks there's something wrong with them, and the children will bully that thing they think is wrong. So if they've got a problem with their body or their learning disability, the kids will pick on the one thing the child has identified is wrong with them, and the children will pick that one thing. There's no coincidence that happens, right? Something happened to you before those children bullied you that made you feel like you weren't enough. What is that? That's what you need to identify. If you're made to feel not good enough as a child, like something was wrong with you, or you were actually ignored by your parents and neglected in some way, that's the answer, right? Then you've got to figure out what new thinking would help me here to be the opposite of what I think about me. I am more than enough. I never get ignored. That's the old me. People pay me so much attention. They shower me with love and affection. I'm not the old me used to be picked on. No one dares do that to me anymore. Because I'm more than enough. I'm perfect the way I am. I am loved exactly as I am. And I'm showered with love and affection because of who I am. I am wonderfully made. I was wonderfully made. I'm perfect. Right? They have no choice but to reflect that back to you. That's why it's happening, unfortunately. And even though you've watched my videos, you're still blaming him for all your problems. He's not doing this. Why isn't he doing this? I've texted him and he acted this way, and he. Nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him.